Warped Tour 2025 is returning. It's official. You know, we got the source from Rockfeed, who's an awesome, reliable dude. Honestly, I think it's a win for the scene. Warped Tour is such a pivotal moment for the alternative scene. It's launched so many careers like hardcore punk acts like Katy Perry. But seriously, it did like kind of launch her career, so it's cool. Kevin Lyman, the founder, is involved too. It's happening. It's official. Live Nations is also part of it. And I know we don't like Live Nations, but let's assume that ticket prices are going to be reasonable. So for fun, who do you think will be on the bill for Warped Tour 2025? Just for fun, let's have our predictions. Put your tinfoil hats on. Let's figure out who will be on Warped Tour for 2025. So I'm going to assume these guys are going to be on Warped Tour 2025. They have to be. They're always on Warped Tour. A day to remember. A day to remember. These guys are pivotal to Warped Tour. They're punk easycore. They're just OGs to the Warped Tour scene. Cat Lace, They Bring Me the Horizon, Bad Omens, Bill Murray, Sleep Token. So I think a lot of those bands that you mentioned, I feel like they're a little too big for Warped Tour. I feel like Bring Me and Sleep Token is not worth maybe the time and energy or something for Warped Tour. I could be wrong. Maybe if they play like one show, but if it's like a festival that's touring, I can't really see that. Fran says Motionless in White and Ink. It's funny that you say that because boom, Ice Nine Kills and Motionless in White I have too. Look, one thing you got to keep in mind with Warped Tour, it's not really a metal scene. Now, I do think metal is getting more relevant lately, but I feel like it's still punk, pop punk, right? With that in mind, Sum 41 and Paramore. I think Paramore will be on the bill. Is Sum 41 retiring? Oh shit. They're retiring. All right. I'm going to have some negative space right there. So I'm going to need your pick. Here's one artist that is getting bigger and bigger in the alternative scene. She has many different genres, but she's getting more into metal and some punk. Poppy. Also, one of the biggest names. I feel like it would be really cool to have them in Warped Tour now if they play. I'm not too sure, but I'd love to see them. Bad Omens. They're like branching out of metal more and more lately, so I feel like they would make sense for Warped Tour 2025. Keep in mind, Warped Tour still has some metalcore. It's not just a punk and pop punk festival, and you gotta show some love to the OGs. Parkway Drive. Who knows? Maybe they won't play because Warped Tour doesn't have enough pyro stuff for them. I think they throw in deathcore bands like Chelsea Grin, Shadow of Intent, maybe. Oh, it's interesting that you say that because Trent, I got Lorna Shore, baby. So yeah, Warped Tour is not really a big metal scene, but they did have Whitechapel back in the day. I think Lorna Shore is such a big name in the overall alternative scene that I think Lorna Shore would pull in like the more metal crowd. So I feel like they would be like one of the bigger names on the festival. Also, we got to show some love to Spirit Box. I've never found a way to be honest. I know there's a place where I hide it. They've never even played Warped Tour because they started in like 2018 or something. They didn't really blow up until like 2021. So it would be so cool for Spirit Box to be on Warped Tour 2025, right? Another one, I think this makes perfect sense. Personally, one of the biggest names in the alternative scene. They go real hard, but they also still have some strong punk roots. Knock Loose. Knock loose, motherfucker! But now I have this negative space because I didn't know that Sum 41 was actually retiring. Blink is a good call because of the return of Tom. Guys are going to have to give me a second over here. Now for suspense, let's pretend that none of you guys saw that. And Blink 182. Do I have to die to hear you miss me? Blink-182 got a lot of their initial bump from Warped Tour back in the 90s. It would be really cool with Tom being back in the band that they would play this. This is a prediction that could be real. That could be real. And it's you guys that guessed that. And I think you guys are actually pretty spot on with that. Now let's go on with the smaller bands that are not headlining. So who else would be on Warped Tour 2025? Not the big names. Pierce the Veil, Sleeping Sirens. Those are very, very Warped Tour-y. Thinking TikTok bands. Yeah. Electric Callboy. Yeah, that's a good one. Asking Alexandria. Yep. I should put like their logo up there, actually. Asking Alexandria is so big that they should be one of the main headliners, right? The Word Alive. Yeah, that's a great one too. See Space Cowboy. Yeah. Fallen Reverse. I don't think Fallen Reverse would play Warped Tour. I think Ronnie hates the scene too much, and he would also be like, I'm too big for the scene. I Prevail's a good one, man. Yeah, let me put some I Prevail. So I'm going to throw some OG bands in here too. Lagwagon. Get some old punk in there. The main is like a rock band that I feel like Warped Tour always has. Same with like Mayday Parade. I See Stars. Beartooth, yep. I don't know about Chelsea Grin and probably Born Osiris though. Yeah, probably actually, yeah. We'll get some Chelsea Grin in there too, yeah. It is a punk crowd too, so it's Alkaline Trio, they're still a band, right? Don Brocco maybe. The Story So Far. Yeah, Chelsea Grin has played back in the day. Story So Far. 4 Years Strong. Whitechapel has played and they're kicking ass lately. Currents. Under Oath. That's a no-brainer. Come on, Taking Back Sunday. All Time Low is another one too. Static Dress. You guys are crushing. Get some old Dillinger and Every Time I Die. Better Lovers. Devil Wears Prada. Come. Oh, we can't forget about them. Nothing Nowhere yet. Counterparts. Silent Planet. Oh, we gotta throw some love to my favorites. Thrice and Thursday. I'm more of a Thrice fan, but Thursday. Those bands are very similar. August Burns Red. We talked about them already. Rise Against. That's another band that's like too big for Warped Tour. But if I were to add them, they would be one of the bigger logos. But that is a good pick. You had me stumped with that one. The Home Team. The Home Team makes perfect sense. Yeah, how could I forget about them? I couldn't be a singer if I wanted to, 'cause I know what it takes to be a nice person. Kublai Khan. Holy, we're filling up. Senses Fail. Silverstein. Norma Jean, yeah. Oh, you know what? If we're adding Better Lovers, right, which is the new band from Every Time I Die, it only makes sense to add Many Eyes, which is the other new band from Every Time I Die members. Who knows? Maybe on Warped Tour 2025, we could have like an Oasis moment where Jordan and Keith, the brothers, get along, and then Every Time I Die gets back together. Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. That's a good one too. And the Used. Oh, Drugs. Our Last Night. Oh yeah, Our Last Night would be on there. From First to Last. Imagine if Sonny came back for From First to Last. He never actually officially left, but if Sonny came back, I think that would make some headlines, right? Seeing him perform. We Came as Romans. That's a good one. Rain City Drive. Yep. Guys, we're filling up. Here, I have a list too. We can't forget about Wage War. We can't forget about Miss May I. Make Them Suffer. That would be sick. Also, you got to throw some punk in there. Some Celtic punk. Flogging Molly. Fucking love Flogging Molly. Attack. Oh, we were talking about them earlier. Bill Murray has to be on Warped Tour. Absa cranking my fucking hog lootly. Siamese. While She Sleeps. I think they would make sense too. Bayside's an awesome like staple to Warped Tour. If we're going that route too. Less Than Jake. gotta show some love to the OG punk bands. Attila, guys, we can't forget about Attila.
Fucking pineapple.
Franz almost bought Warped Tour. So yeah, Attila would be on the bill. He'd probably work his magic and see if he could be like a co-owner or something. Dance Gavin Dance. Yes. Do we have like a small band name that I can throw on? Oh, someone said Era. Yeah, perfect. Alizana. Oh, what is that band that Maddie Mullins recently did vocals for? Speaking of which, Memphis May Fire. Amberlin, right? The Color Morale comeback. Speaking of comeback kid. Okay, we still got some room, guys. Oh, someone said Holy in Absence, right? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Throw some Thornhill love too. You know who I was ready to add? Veil Maya. You guys heard the news. Veil Maya's going hiatus. That's so sad, man. Gideon, Greyhaven, Alpha Wolf. We're getting a little bit more metalcore over here. Starset, Invent Animate. Oh, we're on our last landmarks. Someone said that TikTok band, Sleep Theory, right? Polaris, Johnny Booth. Oh wait, no, Throne. Someone said Throne, yeah. Guys, I think we can add more. We need to do one more line of bands. This is too good. Like Moss to Flames, Stick to Your Guns. Those are good, but like we're on our last line and I'm trying to figure out bands that have small band names. Boundaries! Boundaries!
All of the promises that you made for you
Unprocessed? Huh. Unprocessed. Would Unprocessed be on Warped Tour? What do you guys think? Imminence is a good one. Look, if we're not putting Polyphia on here, let's at least get Unprocessed. Novelist. Now, it's like Novelist FR, right? They dropped the FR. Okay, that's interesting. Wind Waker, Fit for a King. Fit for a King makes sense, man. I have Of Mice and Men, The Amity Affliction, Bless the Fall. Okay, we're only doing one more band. Aviations. They don't really make sense for it, but I'd love to plug them. The Browning. I really like the Browning. I think Hardcore Keen being in the band makes sense. Boston Manor. A lot of you guys like Boston Manor. Movements. 303. Is 303 still around? No. 303 is an American hip. What? I didn't know they were still making music.
Scared of him.
She wants to touch me, woo. She wants me, love me, woo. She'll never leave me, woo.
I didn't know they were still around. I'm sorry, guys. We're ending it with 303. That makes perfect sense. No, it makes perfect sense. 303 are iconic to Warped Tour. I just didn't know that they were still around. I feel like the new generation of 303 is Electric Callboy. But Electric Callboy, a lot better. They're a lot better in my opinion. Guys, that is Warped Tour 2025. All right, so there's the official Warped Tour 2025 poster. I did take out one of the bands because now there's some allegations, and to avoid controversy, I put Of Mice and Men. But this is the official poster now. There's still a lot of bands missing, okay? Because I will mention bands that I'm leaving out that I just don't think will be playing Warped Tour 2025. Bring Me the Horizon, Sleep Token. Even the vibe of Sleep Token's music doesn't really fit it. And I think they've just gone way too big. My Chemical Romance, possible. There's a reunion sort of thing happening. It's possible, but just like Blink-182, that might break the internet, but Blink-182 actually put out an album. Architects, Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy is too big. Same with like Rise Against, I feel like. The Offspring. I can't see The Offspring doing it. And lastly, Falling in Reverse. Ronnie would not do Warped Tour 2025. Where do I buy tickets? Tickets are $80, but by the time you get tickets to this, it's going to be sold out, and then the resale tickets are going to be $800. So hopefully you guys can grab a ticket to Warped Tour 2025. And the Ghost Inside. Yes, the Ghost Inside would make sense, but we ran out of room. It is already too big. It looks like Warped Tour 2026 needs to happen. But who do you think is going to be playing on Warped Tour 2025? So comment down below, spice up my life. Guys, for fun, put your tinfoil hats on. Who do you think is going to be playing? Who do you think is going to be the biggest act there? Now that's the question that I love to see answered. Answer the question. I'm tired. I'm working on my coffee over here. Guys, I'm going to end the video. So thank you for watching. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.